What's up, YouTubers? Jeff here from Bakersfield Self-Perfection, Self-Preservation, giving you an update on what's going on with my knee injury. I went and talked to my doctor Saturday to get the results from my MRI, and it turns out I indeed tore my ACL in my right knee. Good news is, though, everything else is fine. My meniscus, all the other ligaments in my right knee is fine. It's just my ACL that's torn. So that's good there, but the bad news is my ACL is torn. So now my doctor wants me to go see an orthopedic to see what they say, to find out if I'm going to need surgery or if I just need a simple cortisone shot and a few months of physical therapy. This whole process, it's crazy. All the YouTube videos I've seen when it comes to an ACL tear, they never told you none of this. They never told you that when you tear your ACL, you're going to go to the hospital and they're going to do an x-ray. And then you're going to have a follow-up appointment with your doctor, and then he's going to request for you to get an MRI. And then you're going to get an MRI, and then you're going to have another follow-up appointment with your doctor. Then your doctor is going to tell you what the results are from that MRI, and if you indeed did tear your ACL, then your doctor is going to request for you to go see an orthopedic, and then hopefully the orthopedic will for sure tell me how bad this tear is in my ACL. I'm hoping. I'm getting tired of this. I really wish that my doctor could have told me then and there, but I guess the orthopedic is more qualified to let me know how severe the tear in my ACL is than my doctor is. My doctor can only say that you tore your ACL. The orthopedic is the one, I guess, that can say how severe the tear is. But, it's a learning process. Up until this point, I've never had this kind of injury. I've had a few broken bones here and there, and that comes with doing martial arts. I had a mild concussion once, but I've never been injured to the extent where I might possibly need surgery. And I'm hoping that that won't be the case. I'm hoping that the orthopedic. Sorry, I almost forgot what I was going to go see. The orthopedic. I'm hoping the orthopedic will tell me that, oh yeah, you just need a simple cortisone shot in your knee and in a few months of physical therapy, and you'll be back up on your feet in no time. It kind of looks that way, to be honest, because as far as my knee is concerned, I feel good. I feel like I can uh, move around. I feel like I can run, but I'm not going to do that because they told me your ACL is torn, and you definitely shouldn't with a torn ACL. So yeah, I've been taking it easy. When I get around, I walk around with a cane around here in the house because it's only short distance. Also, as long as I keep the weight off my right knee, I'll be fine. But when I go places like a store or something like that, I'll use crutches and whatnot. Or if I just go around to the park, that's what I use. I use the crutches to get to the park. Um, but yeah. Also, another good thing though too with how my knee's feeling, I'm able to actually bend it where I can sit down in a meditating seat, cross my legs to meditate. And only problem is I can't really keep my right knee or my right leg bent that long like that because after a while it does start to hurt. Also, sometimes when I move my leg, when I kind of bend it and straighten it, I I feel my knee popping, my leg popping, and sometimes you can even hear it pop when I do that. I even told the doctor about that one. The doctor told me that that's because your ACL is torn, and with the ACL torn, you're basically it's the bone in your like, bone rubbing against bone basically right now with my right leg. And my right leg is when I move it, so that's why it's doing that. So I try not to move it or move it that much. Try not to move it that much because I don't want to hurt, I don't know what it could do. It might probably lead me to getting arthritis or something if I keep doing that. So I try to be careful with my right leg, which is why I don't try to run or anything like that. Even though I feel like I could, it's just not a good. It would not be a good idea for me to do that since, yeah, when I move my leg, it pops a lot, and it's because with my ACL torn, it's kind of, is bone rubbing against bone. Um, ACL tears are not fun, and I'm really hoping I don't need surgery. But if I do, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna get it done and do the physical therapy, and yeah, I actually have my first appointment for physical therapy set up for next Tuesday. So I'm just waiting to hear from the orthopedic to schedule an appointment and find out if that physical therapy I'm going to be doing Tuesday is to get myself ready for surgery, or if it's to get me on the road to recovery to come back to doing martial arts full force like I used to before I got injured. And like I said, I'm hoping that this is going to be to get me to coming back to doing martial arts full force, full speed ahead like I used to before I injured my ACL. And this is not to get me ready for surgery, but if it is to get me ready for surgery, I'm going to go through it and get it done so I can get back to doing what I love. Because even if it seems like my leg is fine and I could walk around and everything, this could lead to a lot of trouble for me in the future if I don't get it taken care of. And I've seen what happens when people get injured and they can get it taken care of, but they don't. It doesn't, there's never a happy ending for people like that. It always leads to pain, even more pain later on down the line that they have to deal with, and I don't want to deal with that. You know, hope everyone's having a good day. Till next time, this is Jeff. Same peace.